matchup number 3 this week is 6, 6-2 Cologne Centurions, the German, against Team Get Some, who is 4-4. Obviously, this matchup is a little bit more important for Team Get Some. Dropping below 500 this late in the season, not the best of ideas. But Cologne Centurions has been on sort of a rip this last 3 weeks. Big points last 3 weeks in a row. If you actually look at their matchup, if they face each other every single week this year, it would be 5-3 Centurions and 3-5 Get Some. So a little worse record for Centurions, a little better, or worse record for Get Some as well. So, obviously, we'll delve into the matchup. ESPN has it at 72 points, Get Some. 72 points for Get Some. You guys put out in everybody yet. Cologne Centurions at 107. So right now, like Hugo found out last week, you got to deal with all these people not putting in all their players. But that's my duty, I suppose. If we look at it, Centurions, Peyton Manning against Philadelphia. Donovan McNabb is on a bye week, so I'm pretty sure he's going to be throwing in Cutler there against Buffalo. I'm actually going to give the edge to Cutler against Buffalo. Buffalo doesn't really have the pass rush, and Merriman, just so everybody knows, Merriman, who went to Buffalo this week, he's not going to be playing this week, so their pass rush is still completely non-existent, which, without pass rushing and taking advantage of that trashy O-line of the Bears, Cutler can really shine, and we're going to really see it against Buffalo. I'm going to actually say about 20 points for Cutler this week. Peyton Manning against Philly. I can't give anything less than 20 points to the Peyton Manning. I'm going to say about 18 to 20 points for Peyton Manning this week as well. So quarterback-wise, I think they're pretty even. If you look at their running backs, Cedric Benson, LaDainian Tomlinson, Jamal Charles for Get Some. Jamal Charles going against an Oakland defense. They're really susceptible to the speed of Jamal Charles. I look for him to have actually a pretty decent game, around 15 points. LaDainian Tomlinson going against the Detroit team. Detroit gives up a lot of points. They all score a lot of points, so it's really going to matter on if Detroit jumps out to a lead and then the Jets have to throw. Obviously, we all know the Jets don't like to throw too much. They like to run the ball. I see LaDainian Tomlinson having a little bit of a bounce-back week this week, getting about 11 points for the Jets and for Get Some. Cedric Benson going against Pittsburgh. Cedric hasn't been a great a player this year, though going against Pittsburgh, I can't expect anything to change, considering how freaking good Pittsburgh is, and against the run, how good they are. Cedric is only averaging 10 points a game. I'm going to cut that in half against the Pittsburgh defense. Give me 5 points for Cedric Benson this week. Centurions running backs and flex. Ahmad Bradshaw, Mike Tolbert, Larry Fitzgerald. Tolbert, good pick up off the free agent wire for him. He's averaging 9.9 points a game. But if he doesn't get in the end zone, he's not worth jack. But against, a really, really, really pretty damn horrible team that he's going against in in Houston against defense, not team. I meant defense. Sorry about that. I see him actually finding the end zone again. Give me about 12 points for Mike Tolbert. Ahmad Bradshaw going against the Seattle team that definitely gives up points against the running back. Give me about 14 points for Ahmad Bradshaw. So the edge there is definitely going to probably fade towards Centurions. In receivers, Big Megatron, who was last week's high performer with 28 points. I don't expect him to have the same thing against Minnesota. But Megatron, I still also don't think he's going to have a bad week either. Give me about 13 points for Megatron. Larry Fitzgerald, he had a decent week last week. Don't expect it again this week. Kelvin Johnson going against the Jets. Larry Fitzgerald is going against Minnesota. Minnesota is going to be rounding them. They're going to be passing. Unfortunately, other than last week, Larry Fitzgerald has really been on the downslide this year. I think that continues this week. Give me only 6 points for Larry Fitzgerald this week. Look at tight ends. You got Aaron Hernandez from New England. Good play. And you got Danny Woodhead from New England. Both good plays, especially against the Browns. Woodhead, I'm not a big fan of Woodhead. I know he's been a name thrown around fantasy a lot lately. I'm not a giant fan of him. I definitely don't think he's going to get... Hold on one second. I definitely don't think he's going to be lighting anything up. Give me only 6 points for Woodhead. And for Hernandez, give me 12. I think he finds the end zone this week. On the other side, Get Some has Andre Johnson, down driver, but down driver, as we know, is out for this week. So Get Some's going to have to find someone to go in his place. First, Andre Johnson against San Diego. San Diego, decent defense. Their number one is defense. Andre Johnson, it's gonna be a scoring. It's gonna be a high scoring game. Andre Johnson's gonna get his points. Give me 17 points for Andre Johnson. I'm gonna assume Johnny Knox in Buffalo is going to be taking against Buffalo. Is going to be taking down driver's spot. I like that Johnny Knox this year. I like him against poor Buffalo team. Give me actually 14 points for Johnny Knox. Tight end Dustin Keller against Detroit. As the receivers have come back for the Jets, Dustin Keller's numbers have gone down. I'm saying only 5 points for Dustin Keller this week. Overall, I think it's actually going to be kind of a pretty close matchup. I do think that Get Some is actually going to come up on top. He's going to be my upset of the week against Centurions, dropping Centurions to 6-3. And boosting Get Some back up over 500 at 5-4. I think they're both going to be under 100 this week, but I think Get Some is going to score in the mid-90s and Centurions in the mid-80s. So a 10-point victory for Get Some. Fantasy explosion for this week. I'm going to say Ahmad Bradshaw, and then fantasy dud. I'm going to actually have to go with Danny Woodhead, just because of how, not saying that he's going to have a horrible week, but with how high people are on him as the big pickup, I definitely don't think he's going to live up to that. So, like I said, Get Some with the upset against Centurions. Both of you guys will be in the playoff hunt. Smile. Love it. Live it.